We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays. Interleague Baseball comes your way next. D.L. Hall, a lefty from Georgia, will be the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
Batting third.
Coming to the plate now, Eddie James. And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award. First pitch coming, here it is. Fouled off.
Hey, stay hot now, huh?
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. James has been enjoying a monstrous season to this point, and so far the fans are rewarding him with a ton of all-star consideration. He leads all first basemen in the National League coming into today.
Yeah, this comes as no surprise. This guy is one of the best players in the game, a superstar, and that's what the All-Star game is about. The fans getting to see the best players put on display.
Stay hot,
Now another 0-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
Go hard, you're scoring.
And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And the run will score as the Cubs strike first to lead it 1-0. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. And that'll put him at an even 40 consecutive games with a base hit as that ties the legendary Ty Cobb.
Yeah, I can't even begin to even imagine what this guy's thinking right now. 40 straight games in the big leagues facing this type of talent and finding a way to mix in a knock. Dan, as a pitching staff, it starts getting into what range when you know you're trying to end a guy's streak.
No doubt about it, D-Roy. You go through a meeting before the game, you're going over the entire team, and you don't want to be that guy that keeps that streak alive. Unfortunately, he did, and the streak lives on to 40 games.
Throw back to second, and that's a double play. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Cubbies are in front, 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a...
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Going back is the center fielder. Unbelievable! A home run! I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 1 shy of the magic number now. 49 home runs thus far. And with it, the Cubs have battled back to tie things at 2.
Yeah, and it looks like at least one player is having a night to remember. He drove in their only run earlier in the game and continues the hot hand with a deep one into the night sky.
Stepping in for the Jays, Nick Ames comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Nick Ames.
Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. 1 there. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, and we are tied 2-2. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Rich Garcia, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Hey, 2 outs.
This is on the ground over to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Blue Jays forced to settle for just the 1. 5 innings complete. Toronto leads this one 3-2. Digging in once again, Eddie James. Already a home run and a double for him in this one.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse.
Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall. Ready for another shot now, Kevin Maitan. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Kevin Maitan.
Liner in there for a base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody. Stepping into the box, Eddie James. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Well, in a quick series like this, you take the first one, you're guaranteed at least a split. They'll take that every single time.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Jays jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Felix Ibanez gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays, 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Cubs, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays baseball is next. Jeff English, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, this guy also uses that pitch that's kind of in vogue in the game now, that cutter. It looks to the hitter like a 4-seam fastball, and the next thing you know, it's running in on you. Mariano Rivera used that pitch exclusively in the 9th inning and broke a lot of bats, and this guy joins a long list of guys that have added the cutter to his repertoire.
This is line to left. A dive, but it's off his glove. And the streak is alive. As you can see on the graphic, he creeps ever closer to the big number 56.
Amazing what this guy has been able to do. Think about the pressure every day he gets to the ballpark. Members of the media asking him about the streak. Can he keep it going? Is he looking forward down the line? Amazing how he's been able to concentrate through all of this.
Yeah, and how it affects everyone else around him, because
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Cubs strand 1. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Coming forward now, the Toronto designated hitter, Dustin Mendoza.
Dustin Mendoza.
That's softly hit to right. Will that get down?
I got it.
Casto takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out. Stepping in, Eddie James. He's coming off a month in which he earned National Player of the Month recognition. Hit sharply on the ground. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. So another multi-hit game for him as he's aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. And as we take a look at the Cubs leaders in that department, you can see he's right at the top leading this Chicago roster.
Now batting,
Striding forward now is the DH, Brennan Davis. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fielded cleanly, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. So digging in now, Gabriel Arias.
The bat.
James, the runner at second with one away. Runner goes for third. Pitch inside the throw. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Hey, get a good one.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
Hey, put one in the gap right here, huh?
Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning, and yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now, but if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is...
Now batting, Nick Ames. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. The 2-2. Hit to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Digging in and looking for more, Eddie James. He singled his last time up. Driven deep at the wall. It is gone. Solo shot to right center. So a milestone here. And even 50 home runs on the year now as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Oh, man, it's so rare to see a guy put up 50 dingers in a season, especially in recent years. Well, he just did. It's been incredible to watch. What a season.
Eddie James will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Designated hitter, Brennan Davis.
Line softly toward the hole, but an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. Cubs strand a couple. They're up 6-4.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
6-4 the outcome today. Chicago rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Patrick Dayton claims the win out of the pen, his first. Adrian Morejon hammers down the save, his 8th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our